Jai Jinendra, Panchaparmeshti ko Naman. Welcome to my channel Love for Jainism by Neha Gandhi Gill. Today, we begin part 1 of a two-part series on one of Jainism's most dramatic tales, the story of Sripal Raja and Maina Sundari, a story that will challenge everything you think you know about faith, karma, and the incredible power of devotion. So, how will this drama unfold? We have broken part 1 into 4 gripping acts, followed by a powerful conclusion that connects directly to your life today. Stay with me till the end to see how the journey unfolds. Om Reem Shreem Arihant Uvajjaya Shri Gautam Swamine Namaha. Gautam Swami, the first disciple of Bhagwan Mahavir, with a voice deep and resonant like thunder, was giving a sermon on the immense power gained by the devotion of Siddhachakra Aradhana. Listening intently was the devoted king Shrenik of Magad. He asked, who in the past have been blessed by this devotion? In answer, Gautam Swami began the legendary story of King Shripal and Queen Maina, a king's pride, a daughter's unshaken faith. In the city of Ujjain, King Prajapal had 2 queens, each devoted to a different path. From them, he had 2 brilliant daughters, Sursundari, who followed her mother's faith, and Maina Sundari, a devout follower of Jainism, just like her mother. In the royal court, the proud and arrogant king proclaimed that as a king he could fulfill any desire of its daughters. First, he turned to Sursundari. Tell me the name of the prince you wish to marry and consider it to be done. Happily, she named Prince Aridaman of Shankapuri, and the king immediately arranged the union. The same question was asked to Maina Sundari. Her reply cut through the king's pride like a sword. Father, my marriage is your duty alone. True happiness and sorrow are not shaped by kings, they are the fruits of one's own deeds. The court felt silent, sensing the conviction in her words. Furious, the king declared, I can do anything. I can make a beggar a king and a king a beggar. What is this talk of past deeds? To teach her a lesson, he swore to marry Maina Sundari to the first leper he could find. In the royal court, King Prajapal thundered in arrogance again. He claimed that Maina Sundari lived a life of luxury because of him. But Maina Sundari stood unshaken. Father, destiny is ruled by one's own deeds, not your will. Fury consumed the king. Before the entire assembly, he commanded her to place her wedding garland around a leper Shripal. Without a moment's pause, Maina obeyed. Shocked filled the hall. Her mother fainted, and the court watched in disbelief as Sripal left with his fearless wife. She accepted this with equanimity, keeping her faith in the Jain karma theory she was taught. She had accepted her faith, but what kind of a man was this leper Shripal? And did he have a story of his own? The truth is more shocking than you can imagine. Cast out and alone, the newlyweds faced a life of uncertainty. On their wedding night, Shripal, weighed down by sorrow, begged Maina to leave him, but she calmly replied, I am raised in the path of Jain Dharma. I accept the play of karma. You are my husband and I stand by you. Your place is in my heart, and I will walk with you through joy and sufferings alike. Her unwavering faith and acceptance filled Shripal's heart with new strength and quiet joy. At dawn, Maina Sundari led Shripal to the Jin temple. As she sang praises of Adinath Bhagwan, a miracle occurred. Bhagwan's sacred garland and a Shrifal fell into Shripal's hands. With shining faith, Maina declared that his cure was near. Awestruck, Shripal whispered, the power of religion is beyond imagination. Hope was born anew. With deep reverence, Maina Sundari brought her husband to Gurudev Acharya Muni Chandra Suriji seeking guidance. She pleaded, people mock our Jain faith because my husband is a leper. Show me the path to cure him, please. The Acharya replied with compassion, Only devotion can overcome worldly sufferings. Perform the Aradhana of Navpadji and his disease will be healed. Filled with faith, Maina vowed to undertake the sacred practice with her husband. Acharyaji explained the Aradhana to be performed twice a year for 4.5 years. He detailed the rituals, the Siddhachakra Aradhana, Ayambil Tap, and honoring the nine supreme entities Arihant, Siddh, Acharya, Upadhyay, Sadhu Sadhvi, right faith, knowledge, conduct, and tap, chanting of the Reemkar mantra, and all the other rituals of the day. With unwavering devotion, Maina, Sundari, and Sripal began the practice. From the very first day of Navpad Oli, Shripal's health improved, and on the final day of Oliji, he was completely cured of leprosy. The Namanjal of Navpad Aaradhana had worked miracle. He now shone like a true prince. Shripal, filled with compassion, remembered the lepers who had saved his life as a child. He sprinkled the Namanjal of Navpat on all 700 of them. One by one, each leper was completely cured. Their sufferings vanished. Joy and gratitude filled the air as they hailed Shripal and returned home, restored and free from disease. Rajmata Kamal Prabha arrived in Ujjain in search of her son. In the courtyard of a dharamshala near the Jinalay, Shripal recognized his mother and bowed before her, with Maina Sundari following suit. At first, Rajmata did not recognize him. Prince, who are you? She asked. You don't recognize me, mother. I'm your son, Shripal. Overcome with surprise and joy, she embraced him. Shripal introduced Maina Sundari, the daughter of the king of Malwa, who had inspired his cure through the Pakshal of Navpad. With his mother reunited, Shripal returned home. Meanwhile, Roop Sundari, Maina Sundari's mother, learned Shripal's life story from Kamal Prabha, its sorrows and lessons of karma. She learned that Shripal was actually a prince. Are you liking the story so far? If so, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Let's spread these timeless Jain stories together. This is a new channel built with genuine love for Jainism. Your support means the world. Do specially check out my video Navpad Ayambel Oli Explained. We have seen Maina's incredible faith, but who was Shripal? To understand the full picture, we have to go back in time to a lost prince and a colony of outcasts. Years ago, in the majestic city of Champanagri, King Sinharath ruled Angadesh with pride. His queen Kamalprabha gave birth to a brilliant son, Shripal. But fate struck cruelly. The king fell gravely ill, and despite the efforts of doctors and powerful tantrics, no cure could save him. The kingdom mourned as King Sinharath departed this world. Queen Prabhavati was left a widow, and young Shripal stood with his mother in sorrow and loss. The chief minister consoled Queen Kamalprabha and took young Shripal under his care. His coronation was announced. This echoed through the city, and the kingdom prepared for the grand ceremony. Amidst cheers and celebrations, Prince Shripal was crowned. One day, the chief minister rushed to Queen Kamalprabha with grave news. Ajit Sen, Shripal's own uncle, was plotting to seize Champanagri. Many top officials, tempted by gold, had joined his side. The queen uttered in disbelief, What are you saying? Mother, the minister said, He wants to kill Shripal and take the throne. I tell you this because I am your loyal servant. You must act wisely to protect the prince. Under the cover of night, Queen Kamalprabha fled the palace with young Shripal, venturing into the dark forest. Fear of wild beasts could not stop her. Only Ajit Sen and his soldiers haunted her thoughts. Suddenly, the sound of horse hooves rang out. She hid in the shadows, ready to protect her son at all costs. At dawn, Queen Kamal Prabha met a band of 700 lepers. Fearing Ajit Sen's soldiers, she begged for help. The lepers hid her and Shripal amongst them. When soldiers arrived, their leaders denied seeing her and warned, "Search if you wish, but risk becoming like us." The soldiers retracted in fear. Grateful, the queen shared her story. The lepers made Shripal their Rana, seated him on a mule. But soon fate struck. Shripal himself caught leprosy. As the queen went to find a physician, she lost her way while the lepers carried Shripal forward. Shripal was cured, his throne was stolen, his life was a roller coaster. But why? The answers lies in his past life. In his past life, Sripal was King Shrikant and his queen Srimati was born as Maina Sundari. He was proud, fond of hunting, and dismissive of Jain sadhus. Queen Srimati, a pious lady, opposed his ways and often warned him of the consequences of such deeds. Once he mocked a holy man, laughing and calling him a leper. That cruel laughter echoed back in his life, where Shripal himself suffered leprosy. He had usurped King Saman's throne. This very Samant was reborn as Ajit Sen, who now seized Shripal's throne in return. Why was he born a prince then? Because he eventually followed Queen Srimati's advice. Guided by a guru, they took prayashchit, performed Navpadji Aaradhana together, and completed the sacred Oli. This devotion bore fruit, and Shrikant was reborn as Prince Shripal, destined to rise again. Did he? Discover all of Shripal's adventures and see how King Shrikant's past misdeeds haunt him. Don't miss part 2. Subscribe and turn on the notification to catch the thrilling finale. So, what can we in our busy modern lives learn from this ancient tale? Acceptance of karma. When Maina was forced to marry a leper, she did not blame her father. She accepted it as the fruit of her own karma. Karmic consequences. In his past life, Shripal mocked the sadhu by calling him a leper, resulting in him suffering from leprosy in his life. King Shrikant stole a throne in a past life, and in this life, his own throne was stolen. Thoughts, words, and actions have karmic consequences. Guidance. They received the guidance of Navpadji Aaradhana from Acharya Muni Chandra Suriji. Acharya, Upadhyay, and Sadhu Sadhvis are collectively known as Guru Tattva. A guru is essential, for it is through their guidance that one stays on the right path. Devotion, and finally, the transformative power of devotion. Shripal's leprosy was his past karma coming to fruition, but his and Maina's intense devotion to Navpadji Aradhana burnt away the negative karma and cured him. They formed a spiritual partnership. You too can do this with your wife and children. Let's summarize. A journey of true faith, devotion, and transformation. What's next? We will uncover his final journey in part 2 of the story. I hope you found deep values from part 1. Please circulate it and subscribe to my channel Love for Jainism by Neha Gandhi Gill. Together, we can bring Jain stories to more and more homes. Thank you. If I have knowingly or unknowingly said or written anything against Vitragsvani, I seek forgiveness. Michhami Dukram.